What's up, guys? We are here for another vlog. What is going on? I hope everyone is out there killing it, crushing it, living life to the fullest, and finding great success. Alright, so get right into it. What to do when the seller ghosts you or disappears. The elusive motivated seller, right? So this is a common problem that a lot of people encounter in this business, especially newer people. They're frustrated, they don't know what they're going to do about it. So we're just going to talk about it a little bit today and how we handle it when the seller ghosts us, right? So it still happens no matter how long you've been doing this, how much experience you have. It is going to happen from time to time. That's why you never consider it a deal until the money is in the bank, all right? So let's talk about it. First, let's talk about why this might happen. Obviously, the most common reason, and 9 times out of 10 why it does happen, is because maybe they had more appointments with other wholesalers, investors, right? And then someone else comes in, even though you signed a contract with them, okay, they actually go back, still meet with those other people, and sometimes they'll even disclose, like, hey, you know, I got it. They might say, I got an offer at this much, which is really the price that you're buying it for, you have it under contract for, and then someone will outbid it by a little bit of money, and then they sign another contract. We've had sellers, and I know other investors, you know, that have had this happen as well, that have signed multiple contracts, all right, with different wholesalers. And they, you know, not everyone will do this, but people that don't have integrity typically will. And let's be real, guys, like, you're dealing with people in difficult situations, okay? I'm not trying to say anything negative about them, but unfortunately, some of these people in difficult situations are in those situations because maybe they aren't either the brightest or, you know, they're not very decent people, right? Some of them just aren't good people, unfortunately. Just like anything else in this world, you know, you have good people and you have people that aren't. You know, I firmly believe if you say something, especially you sign a legally binding contract that, okay, you're moving forward with that, you don't go out and sign multiple contracts. But that is a common occurrence that can happen, and once you do this for a long period of time, you do a lot of deals, you will experience things like this, okay? So that's one thing that can happen. And a good way to prevent some of that, honestly, is, and I've talked about this before, is sometimes you will not leave the appointment, or if you close deals over the phone, you will not overcome any of the potential objections that they're going to run into or you know, uncover when you leave, or, you know, they really think about, because they're not covering everything in their mind typically, depending on their personality when you're at the appointment. That's why I stress play by play for them. What is going to happen? What is it going to look like from the point that you sign that contract with them to closing where they get their money? Give them a play-by-play of what that looks like. Give them the rundown, guys. And I'm going to tell you, just that alone will help you a lot, because when you leave and they are unclear of what's going to happen, or you haven't really fully built that confidence in them that you are the real deal and you're going to close, you're going to make this happen for them, that's another big one, guys. If they are not fully bought in on you, they're highly motivated, so they want to sign a contract, but you haven't really built enough rapport with them and gave them the confidence that they need to sleep at night and feel like, hey, this is going to go well, I don't need to worry about it. You need to make sure that they are on that page with you, that they believe that this is actually going to happen for them, all right? Because if they're in a difficult situation, think about it. They are not willing to chance whether or not this is going to go through. So you need to build that confidence in them, you know, through rapport, okay? So another thing that I highly suggest that you do is always make sure, and I harp on this, but it's very important, make sure when you go to the appointment, you bring 2 copies of the contract, okay? Make sure that they have a physical copy of that contract. When you sign it with them there, you sign 2, they get 1, you get 1, to turn into the title company and make copies for your records and all that stuff. But they need something tangible that shows them, right? Something that they can hold, touch, feel, that shows them that they sold their property, along with you building that confidence in them. that should ensure you that you don't have to worry about this as much, unless you're just dealing with a person that has zero integrity, okay? And that can happen as well. But another thing, guys, make sure if you have, like in Florida, we can file a memorandum of contract, against the property with the city that is basically putting the public on notice that we have equitable interest in this property. We have it under contract to buy, so you cannot legally buy this property, and bypass our contract. And what this will do, if you can do this in your state, is it will protect you if the title company or attorney's office is doing the title work for the other wholesaler investor that signed a contract with a seller. If they're doing their job right, when they do a title search, that will show up on title as a cloud that will need to be dealt with or cleared up before they can legally close on that property, which in turn, if they went dark on you, right? They ghosted you, you haven't heard from them, you've been trying to reach out to them, and then all of a sudden you might get a call one day that's, yeah, we're trying to close on this property, we see you have this memorandum filed against it, yada, yada, yada. That has to be dealt with, and you need to release that contract in order for them to proceed and close on the property legally. And that's the way it is in the state of Florida. And another thing that we typically do, if it's a really, really good deal, we did everything right. We're not trying to hold people to their feet to the fire, and we try to force people to sell their property or anything like that. We would never do that. We strongly believe in doing the right thing, and we have a great brand and reputation in our market, so we would never do anything to damage it. But what you can do, if you've done everything right, you've actually invested money, right? Paid for title work, whatever, you've invested into the property in some way, and you have skin in the game, especially, then we actually have a template that our attorney will sign and send out to them, just putting them on notice that, hey, I just want you to know that we are here, we're ready, willing, and able to execute this contract. So you are in breach of our agreement. And it's almost just a little like, I hate to say a scare letter, but it's really protecting you as well. That way nothing happens there, it comes back to you that you defaulted on your agreement and you didn't come through, because that could happen too, right? So you're putting the world on notice again that, hey, I'm here, I'm willing to do this deal. I haven't heard from you, I've been trying to reach out to you, contact you, so what's going on? Here's how you can reach me, and you put multiple contact methods on there, so there's no debate that they have every possible way to contact you, okay? But do that, right? And I could keep going with this, guys, but honestly, those are the main points that you really need to know. And I'm not trying to scare you, overwhelm you, anything like that, right? So this is just a natural part of the business. You're dealing with people. Any business, guys, you deal with stuff like this, right? It's business. You're dealing with so many different types of people, and everyone's different, so you never know what you might encounter. But anyway, guys, I love you. I want to see you crush this business. All right, make sure again, smash the like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.